Back. Caroline Collins is here now with national news. Let's send it over to her at the news desk.
Thanks, James. In national news this week, at least 16 people are dead and another 8 bodies have been found but not recovered after the landslide that buried a Washington town Saturday. Washington Governor Jay Inslee expects the death toll to rise significantly as the search for missing people continues. In all, 176 people were reported missing. Officials say that number will probably get smaller since some names were duplicated. The community Uso near Seattle is covered in 30 to 40 feet of mud, making it dangerous to search. New developments include Malaysia officials confirming to families and the media that 239 persons on board are dead. Before addressing the media, the airline sent a text message to the families of the missing saying the plane went down in the South Indian Ocean and beyond any reasonable doubt, all the people on board died. Another new break in the story, new satellite images show more than 300 objects floating in the Indian Ocean. The objects were scattered over 154 square miles. So far, nothing has been recovered since the Malaysian flight went missing March 8th. Nissan Motors is recalling more than 1 million vehicles in the United States and Canada to fix a software problem that could prevent the front passenger airbag from deploying in an accident. Nissan says they are not aware of any deaths caused by the problem and cannot comment on the details about the injuries. The cars being recalled are the 2013, 2014 Altima Leaf, Pathfinder, Sentra, and some Infiniti models. A Danish zoo kills 4 lions to make more space on Monday after making their headlines for killing a healthy giraffe. Copenhagen Zoo in Denmark says they killed the lions because they were not fully grown and the new male lion would have killed them. Apparently the zoo tried to place the 4 lions elsewhere, but there were no offers. The zoo killed the 2 oldest lions and their offsprings. Bringing things a little closer to home, a baby abandoned in a Burger King restaurant 27 years ago finally meets her birth mother. Catherine DePrill, better known as Burger King Baby, posted this photo online and it went viral. Her story made headlines in 1986 when she was found left alone at the fast food joint in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Her birth mom saw her picture on social media and called an attorney to set up a meeting with DePrill, who's now married with 3 children. DePrill says they hugged and it went better than what she had thought. The woman does not want to be identified. That's all I have for you in national news this week. Let's send it back over to Brittany at the couch.
Thanks, Caroline. Zach Aaron is here with your sports report this week. Let's send it over to him now.
Thanks, Brittany. The top story in sports this week is that March Madness is well underway, and it's very clear that this year is going to be the year of the upset. Some of the most notable upsets this year have come from Mercer University, who beat Duke in the second round. Dayton had to go through Ohio State and Syracuse in the first 2 rounds, and Stanford beat collegiate powerhouse Kansas to get to the Sweet 16. The upsets have been so prevalent this year that there's not a single bracket in the nation that has predicted every game correctly now. If anyone is happy about that, it's Warren Buffett. He promised that if anyone got a perfect bracket, he would give that person $1 billion. The odds of getting a perfect bracket was 1 in 5.8 quintillion. We will see if the upsets continue leading up to the NCAA championship on April 7th. In other news, it has been a rough week for Buffalo Bills fans as the Buffalo Bills have been dealing with the loss of their founder and longtime owner, Ralph Wilson. He was 95 years old and died of natural causes. Ralph Wilson founded the Bills in 1959 and was very active in his franchise all the way until his death. Roger Goodell issued a statement on the death and said, and I quote, "Ralph Wilson was a driving force in developing pro football into America's most popular sport. He loved the game and took a chance on a startup league in 1960 as a founding owner of the American Football League. He brought his beloved Bills to Western New York, and his commitment to the team's role in the community set a standard for the NFL. As a trusted advisor to his fellow league owners and the commissioner, Ralph always brought a principled and common sense approach to the issues." End quote. The Bills will be given to Wilson's estate. Finally, in more local news, the Pittsburgh Pirates have announced that they have signed left fielder Starling Marte to a 6-year contract extension. The contract is worth $31 million. Marte has proven himself in his 2 years in the MLB, hitting .275 with 17 home runs and 53 stolen bases. This contract will keep him with the Pirates until the 2020 season. The 2014 regular season starts today at 1 p.m. as Marte and the Pirates take on rival Chicago Cubs at PNC Park. That's all I have for sports this week. Let's send it back to Brittany and James at the couch.
Coming up after the break, Johnny Fryrod is going to be here with your weekly weather report out on the plaza.
And I'm going to make my way out there along with her. And Courtney Joden, don't go away. We'll be right back.